Listen, for many years, coming up playing gospel music, I would often see guitar players play, right? And they would be playing all of this stuff, but their hands wouldn't be moving, but from here to here. And, I'm sitting in front of these guys. I'm looking, I'm like, how is that possible? How in the world are they able to play all of that guitar, that quartet stuff, and a lot of gospel little licks and stuff? And I didn't know what they were called. This is early on, many years before the Grace stuff. And I was trying to figure out what are they doing? How is this possible? How can I make it happen for me? I can't figure it out. I'm like, what am I going to do? Or how do I do this? So I asked a few guitar players. They couldn't really explain it to me. So I ran into my mentor one day, Spanky Alford. I said, Spanky, man, I said, I'm confused. I said, I see you guys playing just right up in here, but you're playing all of this stuff and not really all up and down the fretboard. He said, sit down. Let me show you something. He said, play me a C chord. He said, I want you to play it in this position. Because he had his guitar, I had mine. So I played. He said, perfect. Perfect. He said, now take your index finger, place it on the 5th fret, and all I want you to play is the D, G, and B string. And then with your ring finger, go to the 7th fret and play the 5th string, which is the A string, and then play them all together. I was like, wow. He said, that is still a C chord. Later on, I kind of, learning theory, I understood exactly what went on and how this works. So essentially what you're doing, you're taking the C chord, right? You're still having the root of the C chord, you have those notes, but you're taking the 3rd of the chord, the 3rd degree of the chord, which is the E, and placing it on the bottom. So if I was to play a C triad, so I play the 1, 3, that's the 3rd degree, that's an E. So I'm taking that E and putting it on the bottom and still playing that bar chord. Right. So he says, okay, now your fingers are not locked into the C chord. So you're able to take this position and play essentially the pentatonic scale. So he said you can go. So when we're what we call the drive, if you're playing a drive, you can play. away. I said, you got to be kidding me. So I started playing this and started messing with it. And then I realized that the E is here, but one string above that is my low E, which is the 6th string. And if I moved it over a half step, I would have my root note. So I had the root. So see that you hear at every quartet program. There's not going to be a quartet program you don't hear a guitar player playing that line. Now, if you want to get fancy with it, that same position, you can take and start on that root, the C, then start and go chromatically. So even if you don't want to reach up with your pinky, you can start with your index finger right here. And then you have all of these remaining strings. See that? And that all came from taking this position, moving that position to this position, starting on the 5th fret, and just barring across the D, G, and B string, and then adding the A string a whole step down from it, playing that 3rd degree, and then even putting up the 1, which is the C, right in that. You have all of that just by changing up your finger position and freeing up these fingers to be able to play scales, minor pentatonic scales, major pentatonic scales, by just that simple. Isn't that crazy? Just by asking a question and trying to understand how different things work. And listen, if I can do it, I know good and well you can too. Hey, thank you for hanging.
I don't know. I don't know what's waiting on me in the future. I just don't know. I don't know what I'll be doing 10 years from now. I just don't know. But I believe that I'll be singing or teaching God's holy word. Oh, it's in my heart. It's in my heart. Yes, it is. Serve the Lord. Said it's in my heart. It's in my heart. Yes, it is. Serve the Lord. I'll be serving the Lord. Listen, sometimes my road get dark and dreary. I can't hardly find my way. Sometimes my burden gets so heavy until I can't stop having sleepless nights and lonely days. But I believe if I keep holding on, rejected by my so-called friends. But if I had another chance, I'd do it all again. It's in my heart. Yeah. It's in my heart. Oh, it's in my heart. You know you got it. It's in my heart. Let me hear you sing. It's in my heart. Wait a minute. It's in my heart. Wait a minute. It's in my heart. Mr. Harvey. Mr. Harvey. Mr. Harvey. I can remember. I heard you say. Somebody asked you, how could you leave your family and go around singing all the time? I want you to know I feel the same way you feel when you say, I love my family, I love my family, I love my family, I love my family. But the reason I do it, the reason I do it, the reason I do it, it's in my heart. I got to love my enemies, I got to love my friends, and whenever you see me, I'll be loving the Lord. Come on, put your hands together. Come on.
That boy playing that guitar, that boy good. That boy be good on that guitar. That boy be plucking them strings. That's what old folks be saying. Boy, that boy be plucking them strings. Happy Monday. Happy Monday. Happy Monday. Listen, let's talk some Quartet, man. Let me tell you something. Man, I love playing Quartet music. Yeah, am I able to do other stuff? Yeah, boy, like, what is that, Mike? Him boy good. Man, I absolutely love working with the Canton Spirituals. I've been doing some work with them quite often. Their guitar player is actually doing some phenomenal things. Antone Porter is their regular guitar player, but he's been working with the artist Babyface. So Harvey called the old man up in there, and I said, "Okay, yeah, let's travel a little bit." So last weekend I was in, this past weekend, Friday I was in Indianapolis on Friday. Saturday I was in where was I? Spartanburg, South Carolina, and then on Sunday I was at the Upper Room Church of God in Christ in Raleigh, North Carolina. So I've been moving, and today I'm here with you. And we're going to talk about some quartet. Let me grab my guitar here, my little git fiddle. We're going to talk about quartet and how you can actually enhance your playing quartet. So I'm ready for your questions. I'm open for your questions today. What do I use? How do I make this happen? What chords do I like to play? What lines do I play over different chords? If I'm playing with the Cantons, if I'm playing Mississippi Poor Boy, how am I playing it? What is the notes that stand out? I'm in your care. How do I transition into that song? Fix It Jesus. Where did that introduction come from? I'm here, and yeah, I'm big, Mike. I'm unconsuming. I have no look at all when I'm playing on stage, because mainly I'm thinking about what's getting ready to happen next. What's getting ready to happen next? Where are we going? Are we gonna play It's in My Heart? Am I gonna play the whole tones? All of that stuff is going through my mind. Or if we're playing Searching. Yeah, so all of this stuff is going through my head when I'm on stage. So I'm not really thinking about what's happening in the audience. I'm just trying to stay focused on what's happening on stage and what's getting ready to happen next. Okay, all right, we have a question here. It says, share how to interpret passing chords. What are passing chords? What is it actually just like you hear it. You're passing from one chord to another. And if I'm playing from C to a D minor 7, I can play something in between. And most of the time, if I'm going to do something like that, if I'm going to use something passing, I'm going to use a diminished, because I like the way diminished feels when going to another chord. So I use a diminished chord. I can go chromatically like this. If I'm going 1, 2, 3, I can go something like that. And these are the passing chords. Those are passing chords. Things that we can put in place in between before we go to that next chord. If we're playing, if I'm going to the 1, to the 4, I can also go play an augmented chord and then go to the 4. So passing chords are things that go from one chord to the other, but it's leading, something leading into, okay? And then I can get into some deep stuff behind that. So hang tight. What's the thickness of your pick? This is a question. What thickness of your guitar pick should I use if I want to strum and still want to be able to... Listen, let me tell you something. I don't have one on me or in front of me, but I use what most people call a brick. My pick doesn't move. My pick don't, let me turn this down because I'm distorting out. My pick don't move. I like the heavier pick because I think thin picks is too much give. It's too much give. So in order to be able to control what I'm playing, I want something that don't move. So even a regular heavy pick like this is a little bit too thin for me because it has some give. So when I'm picking and I'm playing, I'm able to control everything. So a lot of times when you see me play with my fingers. See? So I'm able to control the natural flow. I can control the natural flow of how much I want the strings to move. So I hope that answers your question. Hey Kevin, how about some examples of passing chords you can use in the 1-4-5 blues, since we are on the topic? Simple stuff we can play, really spice up the blues. Mike the Roach, what's up, dude? I'm not answering your question. You know why, too? I'm not answering your question. Mike, see you in boot camp. I'm tired of the pentatonic and major scales and want to improve improv. Here we go. South Africa, what's happening? You know what? You shouldn't be tired of the pentatonic scale. You shouldn't be tired of the major scale. Why? Because everything is based around that. I can play major scales, but what you have to learn to do, you have to learn to improvise. You have to learn to work around the major scale so it doesn't sound like the major scale. So it doesn't sound like the major scale or the pentatonic scale. How about skipping notes when you play in the pentatonic scale? You have that, right? Why not go boom? Still pentatonic scale, but you're taking and going. Why not do that? South Africa? Why not just take pieces of that pentatonic scale or the major scale and break it up? You know, everything doesn't have to be. It could be. Could be any of those combinations. So what happens is we just get stuck in just thinking about. We just think about that instead of going. We have something totally different. Just taking a piece, piecing. Hope that answered your question, my friend from South Africa. Thank you and welcome. What up? Oh yeah, here you go, Mike. Yeah, Roach. Yeah, that's right. I'm on it. That's right. You're not bootlegging. What's up, Terry? What's happening? Yeah, don't get me started, Mike. That's right. Dwayne, what's up? What other questions we have for me today? You know, I'm losing my voice, and I got a lot to do this evening. Quartet. And I hope you did your homework. That's what you need to be focusing on, Mr. Roach and Mr. Turner. That's what y'all need to be focused on, that homework. Because I'm going to get you. Hey, King, what's happening? You got a question for me? What we talking about? We talking quartet. We talking about how to do different things to spice up the way you play quartet. How to approach different things when you play quartet. How to play um, different chording so that when you playing, you don't get bored. Just like going 1 to the 4 or 1 to the 4. Spice it up. Just that quick. Just that quick. Can I play Amazing Grace? I'm going to pass on playing Amazing Grace. I want to be able to answer your questions. I just don't want to get on here and start playing songs and stuff. So I want to be able to answer questions. I want to give you more stuff than just a song, okay? I want you to be able to grasp the concept, okay? Because he was asking about me playing Amazing Grace. So I appreciate you asking. But I have it on YouTube, so you can pull it up. But ask me different ways to play Amazing Grace. That's a better question, or I should say a more important question. I don't know none of this stuff. I'm going to have to go back and get some old videos. Hey, listen, let me tell you something. Daddy Buck, go to my website, kevinwilsonguitar.com. Free mini course. Absolutely free mini course. I want to say free because I want YouTube to hear the word free. Free mini course. And there's a lot of information there for beginners, absolute beginners, intermediate and advanced players. So you can go there and grab some great information. I'll go through a lot of these terminologies and different things that I'm talking about and I'm doing now. We was talking about the major scale. The young man was asking about the major scale. I go over the major scale. I go over the number system and all the different things that you hear most musicians talking about and playing. And probably the stuff that you're already playing, just don't know that you're playing it. All right, we have any more questions? I think Mike and Roach, they're afraid to ask questions tonight because they know I'm on a roll, man. I am on a roll tonight. How to change chords during the drive. Same way you would play if you wasn't playing the drive. I'm going to tell you a secret, and I don't want you to tell anybody. I don't want you to tell nobody. All right? I want everybody to type in, I won't, or I will not, because I'm not going to tell you something. I was getting ready to tell you a secret, but I don't want you to share it with everybody. So I need everybody. I have 27 people on here, 29 people on here. I want you to type in, I will not or I won't, because this is the question here. Here's a question. It says, how do you change chords during the drive? Okay? And I want to tell y'all something, but I don't want everybody to know. Let me just deal with this question here, Lawrence. Can you say I won't, I will not, I won't, I ain't, I will not. Look at him. Okay. He said, I will not, I won't, will not. Mike, I ain't. You funny. I will not. Come on, a few more people. You have to promise. I have to see a few more people up here. I got 31 people up here. Now, I'm going to... the King asked me a question about changing chords in a drive. Okay? And I need everybody to say that they will not tell the secret. Okay? Because I'm not sharing it with the world. Okay? All the way from South Africa, he said he will not. Okay? All right. You didn't say you won't. Okay, yeah. Daddy Buck said he will not. Okay, if I can get one or two more people to say they won't, okay, I will not. You said it twice. That don't count. Okay, all right, here we go. I'm telling y'all a secret, and I don't want you to share it with anybody, especially with different quartet artists. Okay. The secret is, are you listening? Are you listening closely? Are you listening? Mike, pay attention, okay? The secret is, I don't like playing drives. I don't like playing drives. I don't like playing quartet drives. I love playing slower, more melodic music. And really, I play drives because they sing drives. I don't like playing quartet drives. Okay. Can't share that with anybody. But I don't. Okay? But to answer your question, to be able to move from one chord to the next, if I'm playing in D, and if they're going to the 4, I can do something like something like that. They're in the 4, something like that. So that's how I would move to the 4. Move to the 4. I can play that. If I'm going to the 5, playing thirds. But for the most part, you know, they vamping, they just playing. You can play the stuff that my man from South Africa said he didn't like. You can play scales over it. You can play a major scale over it. You can play a pentatonic scale over it. But for the most part, for me, what I do is I'll play a chord. And somebody mentioned it earlier about transitioning, playing some kind of transition into that, a chord transition into the 4, wherever they be moving, or if they move into the 6. If they go into the 6 like that, you can play the diminish. You know, all of that stuff give you options, okay? But so the secret is out. I really don't care a whole lot about playing drives. When I'm in church, I don't really care about playing bump music for 20 minutes. That's good, and people love it, but that's not me. So I play it, but I be gritting my teeth like, oh, can we play something else? You're welcome. You are welcome, sir. You are truly welcome. Any more questions? Quartet. We're in the quartet mode today. We're talking about different things that we can do to spice up our playing while playing quartet music. How to open it up a little bit. If you're bored with what you're playing, different things you can do to spice up your movement so that you can wake up instead of being asleep playing that same old drive. One of my favorite moves, though, that I've heard Spanky playing during the drive was let's see. Yeah. So that. Oh, I strum. I strum. Do I strum? Oh yeah. Do I strum? Absolutely. Yeah. How to find the key? How to find the key? Good question. A lot of times when uh, you're playing in a band situation, they'll give you the key. If you're trying to find a singer, search and find, search and find. Uh, most of the time you can get close. What time is it where you are? It is 6:39. I'm here, and I know that I think it's a major. Was it 6 hours, 7 hours difference? I had a student that I taught from South Africa, and I think his was like 6 hours difference or something like that. 6 or 7 hours. Yeah. Any more questions? Do you have any exercises to share with us? Yes, 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 yes. Yes. I want you to go to my website, kevinwilsonguitar.com. Sign up for the free mini course. Free mini course. And I do some exercises there that will help you with some dexterity, chord transitions, and all that good stuff. Now, when I strum with a heavy pick, it doesn't slow me down. It really depends on your touch. It depends on your touch. So you don't want to bang and play too hard with it because you'll end up breaking strings. How do you come up with what you're doing during a drive? How do I come up? It mainly depends on what the singer is singing and doing and what the rest of the band is doing. Okay, if it's a keyboard player, there's two guitar players, organ player. So I may just end up playing something real simple, a really simple line. Something like that, depending on what's happening musically. I'm in level 1. That's good. So go to kevinwilsonguitar.com. Sign up for beginners or absolute beginners. Yep. Handle that. Yeah, you got that. All right. He says, do you listen to the beat of the snare or cymbals? I listen to kick, snare, and hi-hat. I listen to kick, snare, and hi-hat. That's where I get my rhythm from. Kind of stay away from them cymbals. They give me a headache. Thank you, Dwayne. Dwayne said free mini course is wonderful. That's your boot camp now. You're getting the skeleton of the boot camp. Regret it. Regret what? Regret what? I got a couple more minutes, and I'm about to jump off here. Have some work to do, so I'm about to jump off here in a couple more minutes. So if you have any more questions, Mike, what do you regret, man? Come on. I'm gonna put this on the screen so the world can see what you said you regret. What do you regret? Come on. Oh, I appreciate you, sir. I appreciate you taking the time to come and hang out every Monday. I appreciate each of you guys. Oh yeah, he won't regret it. Yeah, he won't regret it. What guitar are you playing? I am playing a Paul Reed Smith hollow body 2 SE. Not a very expensive guitar, but a very good feeling, great sounding, great looking guitar, and it actually has the piezo system in it where I can play acoustic with this thing. So, and I have some really heavy strings on here. I have 12 to 52 or 12s to 50s, and I'm still able to bend the strings. Okay. How do you approach slow songs like I'm in Your Care as far as triads? Following the melody of the song. Yeah. So that's it. I'm not going to go over double stops and stuff like that. I want you to go to my boot camp and catch some of that stuff. All right. Yes, I'm trying to get prepared for the next boot camp. Amount of ability needed. Boot camp. Beginner, any beginners advanced, beginners intermediate and advanced are welcome. How did you learn a lot of them jazz chords like the 7 flat 5 and 13 chords? How did I learn these type of chords? One of my mentors is Spanky Alfred. So he is a jazz fanatic. Yeah, so he would play those chords. I didn't know I was playing them until I started studying theory, getting some basic theory and stuff down. Thank you for the intro to Cool and Water. Can you please post the entire song? John, absolutely not. I don't do full songs like that. I really don't. I want to be able to show you how to play the structure, how to get around and be able to play more than just the Cool and Water. Guitars are very expensive in South Africa. Can't afford a good. You don't have to have the best sounding guitar. So get the cheapest thing. Go to a pawn shop. Go somewhere and find whatever will work and start there. And you look around, and the better that you get on your instrument, guess what? People will start calling you and paying you for your services. And then you'll be able to buy the guitar of your dream. I didn't start out playing Paul Reed Smith guitars. I started out with like Univox and no-name guitars, Kent guitars, you know. So, yeah. But listen, thank you everybody for hanging out. Unfortunately, I can't stay much longer. I have work to do, so I got to get out of here. Thank you guys. Have an amazing, amazing, amazing week. Happy Thanksgiving. Be safe. And let's stay connected, okay? Love you guys. Take care.